In this video, we will show you a snippet from a consultation to demonstrate what being validating looks like in practice. Welcome to Consultations for Health, helping you progress in your communication skills to optimise the care of your patients. Prior to this video, you may wish to watch our videos on being validating and not invalidating, and the RAV model, as this will make it easier for you to spot when the practitioner is being validating. In this consultation, you will see Mrs. Saunders, who's been invited for a medicines review with her pharmacist. For her clinical details, please check out the right-hand side. Here are some things to look out for that are being demonstrated by the practitioner. Being empathetic and genuine, accepting the patient's feelings, being supportive and sensitive, understanding why the patient has those feelings of their existing behaviours, and being present and open throughout the consultation, normalising emotions that anyone would have in their situation, and communicating back to the patient regularly to demonstrate that they understand and showing that they are listening actively. Watch the following segment of this consultation and try and notice the points at which the practitioner is being validating. The video will stop at points so that we can highlight what the practitioner is doing, but some of the behaviours will be shown throughout and not at a given time. Hello there. So my name's James, I'm the pharmacist here, and I believe you've come in for a bit of a medicines check-up and things.
Yes, I've been invited in, but I know you're already busy, so hopefully it won't take too long.
Oh, don't worry about my time. It's a pleasure to spend time with you here. So if I explain what I think we'd like to talk about, and then you can say if there's anything particular you'd like us to focus on while we're together. Okay, so the idea of this is for me to find out a little bit about what's been going on with you and your medicines, and to see if there's anything we can do that might be able to help you or make your life easier in regard to managing your medicines.
Right.
Okay. Is there anything particularly you wanted to mention or any?
Oh, not particularly, no.
No? Okay. So it'd be really helpful if you just tell me a little bit about your life with medicines and your health at the moment.
Well, I've not been feeling too great really lately. I've been on citalopram for a long lot of years, but it hasn't managed my feelings and my mood, and I'm just not sleeping at all. So seeing the GP who's put me on to something else that's supposed to help me sleep at night.
Okay. So it seems like the sleeping obviously has been quite troublesome for you.
Oh, it's been terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you know what's been causing you problems with your sleep?
Well, I do. I lost my mum about 4 weeks ago. She had been ill for a long time, but I hadn't appreciated how it was going to affect me.
It must have been a really difficult time then at the moment.
Yes, it has, but I realise that elderly people die, and this is part of life. But I hadn't appreciated how much it would affect me.
So that's a positive outlook on the circle of life and death, but obviously it's your mum.
Yes, it is, and I just haven't wanted to trouble anyone about it, and because I do feel that everybody has things to cope with, and I've really kept it to myself.
So at the moment you've been trying to manage, but obviously the sleep's been a challenge
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
Is there anything else other than the sleep that's been a real challenge?
Well, I suppose it's not having anyone to talk to. My husband's out at work. I'm alone a lot, and I've got my children I only see a couple of times a year. They live away from home, so I am I'm feeling lonely, and it's making my grieving worse, I think. Not quite sure what to do.
Okay, so it sounds to me that we've got some issues obviously with the sleep, and medicines may or may not be helping with that, but behind all that is the challenge of life without your mum, and your husband's out at work, and your children are now not at home.
I think that's pretty much sums it up, actually. Yes.
Okay. Have you had any ideas about what you could do I'm assuming it's in the daytime when it feels quite isolated?
Not really, no. I've just been putting up with it and waiting for my husband to come home, and just hoping it'll go away.
Okay. Would it be helpful if I gave you some suggestions that other people who've been in a similar situation have found helpful?
Well, that would be lovely.
So at this time there are lots of groups locally, so and what I mean, these are community groups. Now they specialise in everything from people who have recently lost people to just people who want to meet up, have a cup of tea and have a chat. I've got a list of those. Would it be helpful to be put in touch with?
That would be lovely. That would be lovely to be able to talk to somebody in the same position as me, because I'm feeling terribly isolated.
Okay.
So that would be really good.
And have you spoken to your family about how you've been feeling?
Not really, because I don't want to trouble them, because I'm sure they're feeling upset as well, but we're not a family that talk things over greatly, and my husband's busy at work, so I don't want to trouble him when he gets home, so I haven't really. I think you're sort of hinting that I ought to discuss it with him, perhaps.
I think it's worth trying to have a chat, because he may be feeling the same as you and feeling like he can't talk about it.
Yeah, no, he might. So I could do that.
Why don't we, if I get the details of the group that's had recently bereavements, and maybe meet them first and share experiences, because they may have some advice for you from having been through the same situation.
No, that sounds a good idea.
Okay, so I'll get that information for you later. Shall we revisit and talk about your medicines again?
Yes, yes. Okay.
Hopefully, this clip has helped put into context the idea of validating a patient's feelings and what this looks like in an actual consultation. To reinforce this, you can check out some of our other videos related to exploring and validating a patient's feelings. Thank you for watching Consultations for Health. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, like our Facebook page and subscribe to these videos.